Hello guys. Paul Finebaum on Alabama LSU game, loser leaves town. This Saturday, Baton Rouge will host one of the most anticipated matchups of the college season, where Alabama and LSU will face off in a duel with implications far beyond the traditional rivalry. For Alabama, the importance of this matchup transcends the field. It is a battle to keep alive the chance of reaching the college football playoffs. As renowned analyst Paul Finebaum pointed out, this is a true playoff eliminator, and, in Finebaum's incisive words, the loser of this game says goodbye to the season. This is not a frivolous comment, it is a reflection of reality at a crucial moment, where Alabama will have to reaffirm its strength and resilience on the field. The pressure on the Crimson Tide has never been so intense. With a history of dominance in recent seasons, Alabama finds itself in a situation where a slip-up is not only a stumbling block, but potentially the end of an era. 2 losses have already weighed on the team's performance, and a third would definitely leave them off the college football playoff radar. The expectation is that each player and each coach will take the field with the same drive and commitment that made Alabama one of the greatest powers in college football. For Alabama, this is an opportunity to show everyone that its standard of excellence still lives on. The national attention, in turn, increases the weight of this matchup. With ESPN's College Game Day station in Baton Rouge, the game becomes the center of attention for millions of fans. This scenario further intensifies the nervousness and pressure on the Crimson Tide, demanding that the team perform at its highest level. This visibility is a game-changer. A significant win against LSU could change the course of the season and reaffirm Alabama as an elite team, reminding the country that one setback does not define its trajectory. Paul Finebaum, in his analysis, highlighted the rarity of seeing Alabama in such imminent danger so early in the season. He stated clearly, "It's hard to believe Alabama is out of it this early, but this is a high-stakes game, the loser leaves town." Alabama's tradition and prestige are indeed on the line this Saturday, and the team knows it has no choice but to win. With a legacy to protect and pride in every play, Alabama takes the field not just to play a game, but to prove that it is still the team to beat. This game is about much more than playoffs and standings. It's about identity, history, and showing everyone that Alabama still represents the pinnacle of college football. The Crimson Tide take the field this weekend with a mission to silence any doubts, reaffirming that they are still a force to be reckoned with. What do you think? At the end of the video, I want to hear your opinion. The loss of Cole Adams for the remainder of the season hits the Alabama Crimson Tide at a critical time, as the team struggles to maintain its rhythm and competitiveness on the field. Confirmed by Kalen DeBoer in a recent press conference, the lower body injury suffered by Adams during the win over Missouri represents a significant setback for the team. Adams, who had already faced physical challenges after an arm injury that sidelined him for the game against Wisconsin, was a growing asset to the team, adding value as both a wide receiver and punt returner. His absence will require the team to find new ways to adjust the offensive scheme and punt return department, once again testing the Crimson Tide's resilience. Before the injury, Adams was proving his worth on the field. He had 6 receptions, amassed 94 yards, and was beginning to show his potential in DeBoer's offensive scheme, making a tangible impact. His departure, however, opens up an interesting opportunity for rookie Caleb Odom, who should see more playing time and be a key player in filling the void left by Adams. Odom has already shown his talent, and now, under the careful guidance of DeBoer and his coaching staff, he has the chance to establish himself as a new key player in the offense. This transition could offer a new dynamic to Alabama's offense, with Odom bringing a renewed spirit and willingness to prove himself on the field, especially in the most critical moments of the season. Adams' absence will be felt most at punt return. His reliability and consistency at the position gave Alabama a confidence that will now need to be re-established by young talent. To fill that void, DeBoer is turning his attention to rookies Ryan Williams and Jalen Backwee, both of whom carry the weight of responsibility of taking on a high-demand role under intense pressure. Investing in these players represents Alabama's commitment to developing and trusting their own potential, ensuring that the team remains competitive, even in the face of unexpected challenges. DeBoer's adaptability will be tested again, and he will be tasked with bringing these young players up to the standard of excellence that the Crimson Tide has always strived for. Cole Adams' injury serves as a reminder of how unpredictable a season can be and how important every player on the field is. The challenge now for Alabama is to find a new balance, maintaining its collective strength and relying on the depth of the roster to fill the void left by Adams. Under DeBoer's leadership, the Crimson Tide will have the opportunity to once again showcase its adaptability and resilience, proving that even in the face of adversity, Alabama's winning spirit remains strong. What about Bama basketball? And at the center of the basketball game is Mark Sears, who returns for one final season with the opportunity to make history and possibly break Alabama's all-time scoring record, set by Reggie King in 1979. Sears enters this season with 1,260 career points for Alabama, needing an impressive 909 points to surpass King's record. While that's a lofty goal, it's not impossible, especially considering he already broke the school's single-season scoring record last season, scoring 797 points in 37 games. To top King's mark, he would have to increase that mark to 909 points in 38 games, which would require an average of approximately 24 points per game, a daunting task, but one that gets more interesting as you look at the talent and depth of this team. However, the context of the season makes that a real challenge. With such a talented roster, Alabama won't be relying solely on Sears to score points, which could mean that its scoring average isn't up to par. Still, Sears' presence on the team isn't just about numbers, he's a leader and a role model, and the possibility of matching King's record provides an added incentive for both him and his teammates. The pursuit of this legendary mark could even boost Alabama's chances on the national stage, cementing the team as a force to be reckoned with. If Sears does indeed reach this milestone, he would not only make history for Alabama, but also gain prominence in the conference and even the NCAA, moving him into 7th place on the SEC's single-season scoring list. To put that feat into perspective, he would surpass Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, who scored 909 points for LSU in 1988-89. The magnitude of this number is evident when you consider that the SEC record for points in a season is held by Pete Maravich, who scored 1,381 points, an almost surreal number that speaks to the level of excellence required to enter this elite club. Are you rooting for Alabama in basketball? Anyway, let's move on. The 2024-25 Alabama Crimson Tide season is off to a high start, and there's reason to believe this year will be different. Under Nate Oates, in his 6th season in Tuscaloosa, the team takes the court with a bold goal, a national title. Coming off a historic Final Four appearance, the team's rhetoric aligns with its ambitions, and Oates, unafraid to raise the bar, is urging the team to aim higher. He made it clear that big goals are key to staying focused and that Alabama has the talent to talk about a championship. What makes this season unique is the depth of the roster and the addition of key pieces that were missing from the previous campaign. One of the most impactful additions is Cliff Omoruyi, a rim protector who brings a well-rounded set of defensive skills and an aggressive offensive style of play. With Omoruyi as the defensive anchor, Alabama finally has the consistent defender it was missing last season, a critical piece to transforming a good team into a championship-caliber team. This adjustment could be a game-changer for Oates and his group. In addition to Omoruyi, the Crimson Tide's roster depth is impressive. Oates has a talented group of players at his disposal, with newcomers and players ready to contribute at multiple positions. The challenge will be sharing minutes on a team with intense internal competition. The starting rotation, especially in the early games, will be limited due to the recoveries of Chris Youngblood, Grant Nelson, Latrell Wrightsell Jr. and rookie Aiden Sherrill, who will all start the season on minutes restrictions. This will allow Oates to test different combinations and develop a structure that can handle the challenges of a challenging schedule. Speaking of which, Alabama's schedule reflects Oates' competitive philosophy. The team will face opponents who made it to the NCAA tournament last year, including 3 teams that made it to the top as number 1 seeds. Purdue and Houston are favorites in their conferences, the Big Ten and Big 12, respectively. These matchups not only prepare Alabama for the level of competition they will face in the tournament, but they also reinforce the winning mentality that Oats seeks to instill in the group. Each game, especially SEC road games, will be a rigorous test of the Crimson Tide's consistency and resilience. Despite the high level of competition in college basketball, Alabama enters the season with a setup that, if properly exploited, could lead to the team's place in the big leagues. Winning a national championship requires not only talent, but also stability and the luck to win 6 consecutive tournament games. Still, with a deep and balanced roster, a challenging schedule, and the strategic leadership of Nate Oats, the Alabama Crimson Tide undoubtedly has the elements to dream of a historic season and, who knows, even a three-peat to crown a year that is already starting with a sense of achievement. I want to hear your opinion now.